Okay, so when I say the word Chengdu, what pops into your head? For most people, it's probably pandas, some really spicy food, and this famously relaxed pace of life. But hiding just beneath that surface is this incredible story of global power and strategic importance. So today, let's peel back those layers. First up, let's talk about the image of Chengdu that has completely captured the world's imagination. It's a brand, really, instantly recognizable and, yeah, incredibly charming. Of course, you've got the iconic giant pandas. Then there's that fiery, mouth-numbing hop hot that really defines Sichuan cuisine. And get this, the city has more tea houses than literally anywhere else on Earth. It's a place where you can spend an entire afternoon just sipping tea, playing mahjong, and really embracing that famous slow life. It's a whole vibe, a cultural identity that feels ancient and peaceful. But here's the twist. What if I told you that this relaxed vibe is only one half of the story? That this city of leisure is also a global hub of immense strategic and economic power? Well, that's the central question we're going to dig into right now. Okay, so let's pull back that first curtain. We're going from tea houses to high tech, and honestly, the scale of what's happening here, well, it just might shock you. I want to start with just one number, 50%. Let that just hang in the air for a second. 50% of what? What global product could possibly be so dominated by a single inland Chinese city? That's right, half of the world's iPads, the device that basically redefined computing for millions of us. It's largely born right here in Chengdu at these massive factories run by companies like Foxconn. And believe me, it does not stop there. And this scale, it isn't a one-off thing. Beyond iPads, Chengdu also turns out a staggering 20%. That's 1/5 of all laptops sold globally. This place is an absolutely critical link in the world's entire consumer electronics supply chain. But it's not just about building the hardware. Chengdu has earned the nickname China's software city because it's a creative powerhouse. It's home to Tencent's Teamy Studios, the masterminds behind Honor of Kings, one of the highest-grossing mobile games of all time. And tech giants like Alibaba and Intel, they also have major operations here. It's a hub for both the physical and the digital worlds. So we've established Chengdu as a tech and manufacturing giant. You're probably thinking, okay, got it. But just when you think you have this city figured out, we're going to pivot to its most surprising and maybe its most important identity. Because the factories here are building things far more advanced and, well, far more secretive than the phone or laptop you might be using right now. This is the J-20 Mighty Dragon. It's China's direct answer to the F-22 stealth fighter, and it's built right here in Chengdu. The city is the absolute heart of China's advanced military aviation industry. On top of that, it's home to the headquarters for the PLA's entire Western Theater Command, making it a fortress of immense strategic importance. And this isn't some abstract fact, it's part of daily life. As one source puts it, sonic booms from these fighter jets are occasionally heard by residents. Can you just imagine that? Sipping tea in a quiet park and then hearing that rip across the sky. It perfectly captures the city's wild dual identity. Okay, so a city with this much economic and military muscle needs the infrastructure to match, right? Let's take a look at how Chengdu is physically engineering its role as a global gateway. Geographically, Chengdu is kind of pinned in. It's pressed right up against these massive mountains to its west. So how does a city like that grow? Well, it leaps. The city's ambitious eastward strategy involves expanding across a mountain range to build a huge new urban area, creating a megacity corridor that connects it with its neighbor, Chongqing. And how does it connect to the world? By air. Chengdu is only the third city in mainland China, after Beijing and Shanghai, to operate 2 international airports. The new Tianfu Airport is just this massive statement of intent, designed to be a global hub linking Western China to the rest of the planet. But it's not just by air. Chengdu is also a crucial terminal for the new Silk Road. We're talking freight trains leaving from here, packed with goods, and traveling overland all the way to places like Poland and Germany. It's a physical link between the workshops of China and the markets of Europe. So let's see how all this incredible modern power isn't really a new story for Chengdu. In fact, it's the culmination of a very, very old one. What's truly remarkable about Chengdu is its consistency. It's one of the only major cities in China to have never changed its name or its location in over 2,300 years. It was a capital during the famous Three Kingdoms period, it served as a fallback capital during World War II, and today it's being positioned as a fourth pole of China's economy. It has always been a center of gravity. And here it is, the final piece of the puzzle, the city's name. Chengdu. It literally means to become a capital. It's not just a name, it's a statement of intent that's been sitting there for over 2 millennia, a destiny that the city is now fulfilling on a global scale. So how do we reconcile the two Chengdus, the relaxed city of tea houses and the powerhouse of tech and military might? Well, the key takeaway is that they aren't contradictions. In fact, that famous slow life culture is precisely what attracts the top-tier creative talent and the digital nomads who are fueling its high-tech rise. The culture is the engine. And that leaves us with one final question to think about. As Chengdu finally lives up to its ancient name and takes its place as a true global capital, can it hold on to that unique, slow-paced soul that made it so special in the first place? That's the balance it's going to have to strike.